Welcome to Wonderland Weekly, hosted by Toronto Ty. Now sit back and have a wonderful week.
Hey everyone, Toronto Ty back here at Canada's Wonderland once again for another wonderful day. And today, we have a lot to talk about. Yes, a lot to talk about. I am going to get on Moosehorn Falls today. That is super exciting. And I know that because I actually already did and just headed back up to Front Gate to film this intro. But also, here on International Street, we have the Halloween Haunt Shack back. That is wonderful. Always love to see that appearing here at the front of the park. So really looking forward to Halloween Haunt. And I think that's it, right? We don't have anything else to talk about, like the fact that this view of Wonder Mountain is going to look different in 2025. No, I don't think we have to talk about that. No. On the Halloween Haunt Shack, which I love to see every year, we do have some familiar favorites returning, including Wicked Hollow, Dia de los Muertos, and Carnival. Love that. On the front, Streets of the Undead, Dark Ride, Trick or Treat Street, Kingdom of Carnage, and The Ruins, which I wasn't sure if it would be returning, but it is. That is phenomenal. Then on this side of the door, you've got Cornstalkers, Spirit Manor, Vampire Disco, other returning favorites, The Crypt and Necropolis on this side. But of course, we do have to talk about the new one for this year, Demons of the Deep, which I believe is going to be sea monsters. That looks really awesome with the seaweed on either side of this fishman head. Creepy. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to that. Well, Moosehorn Falls is now open, and I got a ride on it. It is fantastic. It is really good. I definitely think it is my favorite slide in Splashworks now. It is just wonderful. It is really long too. I was surprised by the length of it. And then the big drop, oh my goodness. Yeah, I actually went on it twice, and both times it was a slightly different experience each time. So that was wonderful, but both times you get a little bit of air heading into that big drop, and then the zero gravity wall is really good. The second time in particular, I was facing forwards, so got to see just how close to the top we got, and we got pretty close, which was awesome. Really awesome. And then it does have that little dip before the splash. Your mileage may vary on how wet you get the first time. I got decently soaked, but the second time, not quite as much. Still, it is really fun, and definitely. My brother-in-law went with me. We both had a phenomenal time on it. Yeah, really awesome. Make sure that you do get on Moosehorn Falls when the next time you're here in Splashworks. I have absolutely no idea what kind of celebration is currently going on, but we have the drum line here, which is awesome. Love to see them. And we have Woodstock. Oh my goodness, I have never seen Woodstock out in the park. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah, Woodstock. Woodstock is here. Yeah. Oh man, yes, Woodstock is here. Woodstock is dancing. This is wonderful. I love this. This is the greatest day ever. Hey Franklin, how are you doing today? Awesome. It's Snoopy's birthday, is that right? Awesome. Yeah, I missed the show. I got here too late, but that's okay. Love to see your party hat. I'll see you again later. Bye. Woodstock.
On his birthday.
Happy birthday, Snoopy! Hey, Patty! How's it going? Oh yeah, high five. Great to see you. Love the party hat. Bye, Woodstock. Great to finally see you. Also, bye, Snoopy. Bye, Sally. Up here by Front Gate, Canada's Wonderland has set up this amazing display for Alpen Fury coming in 2025. Yeah, the TV screens on either side of this displayed mountain. Then they are showing the teaser and the on and off ride POVs. Just on a loop, so that is really, really cool. Toward the bottom of this mountain display, they have some sort of fiery magma sort of things embedded into the mountain, and right at the top, they've got ice, and of course they will collide inside the mountain. Wonderful. On the sides here, then you do have wayfinding signs, which indicate some of the stats for this thing. It is going to be Canada's longest, tallest, and fastest launch coaster, with a height of 50 meters, or approximately 164 feet, a speed of 115 kilometers per hour, and a total of 9 inversions. That is wild, and I am definitely going to have to sit down after each ride on Alpen Fury. I do really, really appreciate that the park seems to be making Alpen Fury, the track, basically the same color as the clouds and sky, track and support. So that is good. That will help it to not stand out too much, but still. I mean, it is going to change this visual forever here at the park. That is just wild. And yeah, it is going to be popping out somewhere back there before diving down under Guardian's Lift Hill, which is right there. You can kind of see the top of it right over there. That is wild. Wow. Well, I have made it to the area currently known as International Festival, but soon to be known as AlpenFest. Oh my goodness, I am so excited that the park is using that name moving forward. I love that name, I love it so much, and I'm glad that the park is using it. And speaking of names, Alpen Fury, yeah, that is a pretty awesome name. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like the name. Face Nature's Wrath. Right now the wind is blowing this sign right toward me, so that is awesome. Timely. But yes, on the scrim around this part of the construction, around the hole under Thunder Run, the park has put up these concept drawings that show Alpen Fury. Honestly, the train design here looks really, really good. I like that, the red and blue combined there. I think that is going to be awesome. Diving down into Wonder Mountain, this whole plaza looks wonderful, but do remember that this is just concept art, so things may change. But really, really awesome design here. Right here on this one, then you can see, yeah, the track popping out at the top of Wonder Mountain with a flame effect, and apparently that flame effect is real. So that is intended to be a part of this ride, which is wild. They are going to ignite the mountain every like 90 seconds or 80 seconds. Yes, capacity concerns are valid, and yeah, I'm going to be asking about that next time I have a chance. But look at this dive down into the mountain. I love the planter here and the rock work around there. But one thing that I'm not seeing on here, which is something that I've been very curious about, is what is going to happen with Thunder Run's exit. Where is it? Yeah, we have to wait and see for that one, I guess. But no, this looks really, really awesome, and that is going to be just right here, right here in the air, diving down into the mountain basement. Awesome, so awesome. Yeah, oh my goodness, I can't get over this. And this, the final inversion, heading directly over Vortex's first drop. Now, how many times are we actually going to see Vortex passing by exactly at the time that Alpen Fury is going through its final inversion? We'll see, but I'm going to try to get a shot of that because, oh my goodness, that looks so epic. Yeah, this is awesome, and I'm so glad that the park has put up so many of these signs throughout the area. I am excited for Alpen Fury, despite some gripes that I might have with it. No, I think that this is going to be a fantastic ride, and if you are a thrill seeker, this ride is for you. Always love getting views of Yukon Striker. It is such a beautiful, beautiful machine. Absolutely love it. And from this angle, yeah, right here. Yeah, just thinking about how Alpen Fury is, it's going to be sticking out the top of Wonder Mountain, and it will be visible from here. It is going to be taller than Wonder Mountain. It is going to have supports all around this area, and it is going to have track that kind of loops over Vortex's first drop right there. And passes over Vortex's first drop again on the return trip. That is wild. I'm not thrilled by by the idea of the look of it, but I do think that Alpen Fury is going to be an amazing ride. It is going to be wonderful. Just not sure how I feel about the visuals. Also going to be very, very strange to see Alpen Fury's track from the top of Yukon Striker's lift hill, just looking at it sticking out at the top of the mountain there. It's going to be very, very weird to see track all around Wonder Mountain that way. But I do feel like it is worth noting that people probably felt that way about Vortex when it first opened, that it kind of ruined the look of Wonder Mountain. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. Alpen Fury is going to be an amazing ride. Maybe it's worth putting some track here. Honestly, I don't care so much about how it looks from the back. That is, I think it's going to look weird and wacky, but I think that's kind of what they're going for. About to head into the Grand World Exposition of 1890, which I absolutely love. And one of the things that I love about it is this entrance with the flags on either side and the globe there. I don't believe that any of that is going to change next year to make way for Alpen Fury. It is going to be behind the scenes, coming through this way, and then it is going to be all the way overhead. I'm still trying to wrap my head around exactly how high this zero G stall is going to be. But oh my goodness, it is going to be way up there. So that is wild. And then it is going to do the Skyflyer loop, which is awesome. And then head back across this way, basically over the globe. And again, not quite sure just how high up this element is going to be, but it looks like it is going to be very high up. So that is awesome. And then it will head back through these trees. And that is the part that I am kind of sad about. I'm not sure how many of the trees are going to have to be removed, but I am sure that it is going to be several. And that is sad. I mean, Alpen Fury is going to be amazing and definitely worth losing a few trees. For example, this marking right here indicates to me that this tree that is right next to it is not going to be sticking around. That is sad, but understandable. And then right across this way, there are actually two trees that were removed, I believe, some time ago around this marking, which indicates that another footing will go right here. So, very, very interesting. And my goodness, this is going to be weird to have roller coaster track directly overhead of the globe. I mean, maybe not directly overhead, but certainly right through this plaza. That is going to be wild, and I think that the Skyflyer loop is going to be quite the visual. Yeah, definitely going to be very strange to have so much roller coaster track and supports right through this whole plaza, but I am impressed with how the park seems to be doing it. There are not going to be columns in the middle of this plaza. There is presumably going to be one right here. This is marking number 117. And that is right next to a planter. So it is good to see that the park is taking that into account and trying, the park and premier rides, and trying to work around these iconic visuals. That is wonderful. Alpen Fury Face Nature's Wrath, launching 2025 here at Canada's Wonderland. On the scrim around Extreme Skyflyer's plot of land, you have lots of twisty tracks shown in this visual, this bit of concept art, and this one shows the zero G stall, as well as, I believe, the Ice Winder roll. So yeah, that looks really, really awesome with Leviathan in the background. Yeah, that is going to be what is directly overhead of this whole plaza around the globe. Wild. Just really, really, really wild. Yeah, and on this side, then you have another piece of concept art here showing AlpenFury, you know, creative perspective here over top of Wonder Mountain with the launch out the top, seen back there. And again, it does look like it blends in with the sky pretty well, so that is good to see that. And then we have this piece of concept art, which is probably my favorite, and that's why I saved it for last, which just indicates just how high up this track is going to be. That zero G stall, I don't know how tall it is, but I definitely want to ask someone about that because wow. And then yeah, the ice winder roll right there. That is wow, forever changing the entrance to the Grand World Exposition of 1890. This is going to be wild. Standing on a curb trying to get a look at Extreme Skyflyer's plot of land, but here's some footage that I took from over the fence because this is not working. There you go, there are some markings, there's a vehicle on site, and not a whole lot of other progress, but I'm sure that this area is going to look very different over the coming weeks as the park prepares to put in the Skyflyer loop. That is going to be just a huge element, very visual, and I am very happy to see a significant plot of land in the middle of that that could potentially be used for future expansion. We'll have to wait and see, but in the meantime, let's just look forward to AlpenFury. After all the huge elements around the Grand World Exposition of 1890 and Extreme Skyflyer's plot of land, the coaster, AlpenFury, is going to head backstage here. Lots of twisty track, and I do love some twisty track. Yeah, no, I think that is going to be absolutely wonderful. In the La Cantina patio, just getting a look at Behemoth right back there. And next year, that will not be the only coaster that we can see through the gap in the trees here. I believe you will be able to see AlpenFury doing its Fire Serpent roll. I think that's what it is right here on the other side of these trees. I don't believe that any of this patio is going to be consumed by AlpenFury, but there may be some footings through this area. Still, it is going to be so awesome to see some more really, really twisty track just on the other side of these trees. Getting a look from the exit of Wonder Mountain's Guardian, or right across from it, yeah, it is going to be wild, absolutely wild, to see so much twisty track right there above Vortex's first drop, the highest point of its first drop, before heading down through Wonder Mountain's Guardian's support structure. That is going to be incredible, and then it is going to head right through here along this pathway. Wild. I am just shocked at everything that is happening here, and the clever work from Premier Rides and Canada's Wonderland in order to fit this ride into the park. Getting another look at Guardian's Lift Hill, and still just in awe that AlpenFury is going to have so many support columns and then track heading down the side of Wonder Mountain through Guardian's supports, passing overhead of this pathway. And I don't know quite how close to the pathway it's going to get, but that is going to be wild before just bordering the land of International Showplace, and then heading out toward Extreme Skyflyer, and then of course on the return trip coming back this way. I'm not sure if this entrance to Showplace will remain. I imagine that the park will be able to keep it, but we'll have to wait and see. And of course, the visuals here are going to look very, very different. Lazy Bear Lodge is going to be a little hidden behind some track that is coming straight down off the side of Wonder Mountain and very close to the ground. So that is going to be very, very interesting to see how it looks next year. Oh my goodness, this whole south side of Wonder Mountain is certainly getting very cramped. Getting another look at Vortex's first drop. and Guardians Lift Hill again. And yeah, just thinking about Alpen Fury popping out of the top of the mountain right around there, curving out toward the back of the mountain, further toward the back of the mountain, before diving down under Guardians Lift Hill through its support structure. And then when it comes back, it is going to do an inversion over Vortex's first drop. Wild. Just, my goodness, that is going to be wild. I just, wow. Definitely the park is going to have to remove some of these trees back here, which makes me very, very sad. But hopefully they plant a bunch of new ones. And my goodness, I am so interested to see how all of this looks when it is completed. So much track all around this area, and that element, that inversion over Vortex's first drop is, I mean, what other park would ever even consider something as wild as that? Yeah, back behind Wonder Mountain, the final inversion of Alpen Fury is going to go over the first drop of Vortex, and I think that means all of these trees back here are going to have to be removed, and that genuinely makes me very, very sad, because I love these trees and I love how natural this pathway is. So that is going to be very sad, but Alpen Fury doing that inversion is going to be awesome, and then heading through Vortex's support structure for its lift is also just going to be awesome. Right across the pathway from where Alpen Fury is going to be, there is a marking in the grass here. I showed it off last week, an orange ribbon, which usually indicates that there will be a footing in this spot, which is the other side of the pathway. And I don't believe that the animations, the off-ride POV in particular, I don't believe that there was one on this side of the pathway, at least not a support column stretching across here. So that is kind of curious, and does show that things may have changed from when they made the animation to when the ride actually opens. We'll have to wait and see exactly what the support structure will be, but yeah, I mean, I am very interested to see how many changes there will be. Right next to Vortex's lift hill, there is another Alpen Fury scrimmed fence surrounding a couple of footings just south of the basketball game. But they do now have their hats on, so hopefully this area can have a permanent fence put in soon, so that the construction fence can be taken down. Right next to the fly, just getting a look over the fence at the future home of Alpen Fury's station, and presumed queue. I think it's going to have one somewhere around here. So I do imagine that it will use this space here somehow, but the entrance will be over on the other side of the station. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be queue under the station. I kind of doubt it with how many footings there are all around there, but I mean, I guess they could weave around there. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this is a very cramped space for a queue. Definitely going to be interesting to see how it all looks when it is finished. Looking over the fence at Alpen Fury's future station area, and I mean, there are a lot of footings there, so that totally makes sense. I'm not sure where the storage track is going to be, but yeah, there is a huge hole there and some mysterious footings that I don't know are actually needed for the layout. So maybe it'll be like right next to that area there, but there does still need to be maintenance access to get down to the fly. So that's going to be very, very curious to see how that all works out. Another look over the fence, and yeah, most of the concept art and POVs, they indicate that there will be some sort of building on this side of the pathway. I'm not sure what that will be, but the park does still need to have access to, well, maintenance access to get down to the fly. So I'm very, very curious how that is going to work. And of course, they need access to the backup shockwave as well, and into Alpen Fury station, presumably. So that is going to be very, very curious to see how this whole plaza looks when it is finished. Well, that'll about do it for this week here at Canada's Wonderland. But before I get to my recap, it is time for trivia time! Yes, and so for this week's trivia time, I want you to let me know in the comments below. Alpen Fury is going to have a fire effect, at least that is the intention. What is the last ride that was added to Canada's Wonderland with a fire effect? If you can let me know that in the comments below, I will give you a shout out in my next video. And a huge shout out to Aldo Parisi and Mark M for both correctly stating that the fireworks reach a height of 800 feet above ground. That is awesome. I love the fireworks here at Canada's Wonderland. Alpen Fury is definitely going to have to close early for the fireworks, much like Thunder Run, Guardian, and Vortex. But yeah, it's going to have some fire of its own, so I think we can forgive it. Do let me know in the comments below, what was the last ride at Canada's Wonderland with actual pyrotechnics? I'm not talking some lighting and smoke. No. I am talking actual fire. Let me know that in the comments below, and I will give you a shout out in my next video. And now it is time for the recap. Moosehorn Falls is open. It is a phenomenal slide. I am so excited that the park built it. Got on it twice. It is really, really fun. Yeah, just loved that the park added that to Splashworks. It fits in beautifully, and just really hoping for more things at Splashworks in the future. Also, Halloween Haunt is coming up. Really, really excited to experience all of that, including the new Monsters of the Deep. I think I got that name right, maybe? Yeah, no, that is going to be a ton of fun. Not sure where it'll be, but we'll see. And also, Alpen Fury. Yeah, I'm going to continue to follow all the progress on its construction and have a lot more to say about it. I know, I am a little, maybe less enthused than some people because of that the way that it is going to change this view of Wonder Mountain from the front of International Street. But as I say, I do think that it's going to blend in to the sky pretty well, as long as they don't have a ton of lighting on it. No, I trust that the park is going to do it well, and it's going to look more like there's a coaster behind Wonder Mountain than coming out of it, at least from the front. So we'll see. It might grow on me even more as time goes on, and definitely the ride experience is going to be awesome. I am sure of that. Might be too much for me. We'll see. So I think that'll about do it for this week. And until next time, as always, have a good one.
If you like this video, you can now buy me a hot chocolate at buymeacoffee.com. I also love hearing your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for your continued support, and be sure to subscribe for more wonderful videos.